up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the Digital Toilet Paper Podcast. My name's Jason Bear.
I'm Rex Rebo.
At Armed and Hilarious.
And we're back to entertain you guys as best we know how with another fun podcast. No, we're not going to talk about the Super Bowl, at least not yet. It doesn't deserve to be talked about, to be honest. Like what?
Yeah, I got a lot of issues. I mean, not just the way the game went, but CBS, a pox on that entire network.
I mean, to be fair, it is a great way to cap off a 2020 NFL season.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yes.
Like it may have happened in 2021, but it is the cap of a 2020 season, and it doesn't disappoint in its disappointment. Is that how you can say that?
Yeah, sure. I think that works.
Yeah, it doesn't disappoint in its disappointment. Something more interesting. Vroom vroom. I have been thinking about car movies. I think we should talk about car movies. It's such an important part. I mean, my family, I don't know about your family. Yes, I do. Your family owned a car dealership, so I get it.
We're in the business for over 100 years, so yeah a little bit of car in my blood.
We are car people. We're not super gearheads, but we're car people and motorcycle people. Vroom vroom. We live that life. Mm-hmm. And I can't help but think that car culture or car pop culture has had such a big influence on us as a family and as individuals, right? I think my first favorite PlayStation game was Gran Turismo.
Nice.
Nice.
How many hours did you log into that?
Oh, how many hours am I still logging into Gran Turismo games? It was like, so let's track back a little bit. So our family as kids, you know, some families like play board games together. My parents were cool. So we played Mario Kart Super Nintendo together.
We were Diddy Kong Racing. That was ours.
And then we graduated into Mario Kart 64. We did some Diddy Kong Racing too, but my mom is a big Wario fan, so
yes.
what a random thing for my mom to like. But so we played. I mean, we all had like our characters. My mom was Wario. My little brother was also always Yoshi. I played Mario because, you know, I like to be fair and balanced. And interestingly enough, my stepdad was always Toad.
Nice.
Are you
I was
surprised?
Team Waluigi.
Yeah. Oh, Double Dash Waluigi.
Yes.
So from Mario Kart to Gran Turismo to Need for Speed, car video games, we could do a podcast on that. But I wanted to go even further back and talk about, like, you know, some houses are Mustang houses, some houses are Camaro houses. We had both. And we had a Trans Am in the family too. So like everything from Knight Rider to Bullit to, you know, my dad had a Charger growing up, a little Dukes of Hazzard influence there.
Mopar, no cars, the way I feel.
Yeah. So, car movies, you know, what do you guys think defines a car movie? Is it a movie about the cars specifically, or can it just have cool, like 007 has cool cars? Is that a car movie?
I think it counts. I mean, because you could probably put the Bourne movies in there as well, right?
It's a Mini Cooper.
And they're
Rex.
The Bourne, but it's a car. There are enthusiasts, yeah. But there's also a delineation between car and race movies too.
That's true.
So I think we may need to make kind of,
that distinction.
Yeah, because even in a franchise, the Fast and the Furious franchise, there are car movies and there are race movies.
That's true.
Like Too Fast, Too Furious, the second one is a car movie, despite because there's a chase scene in it,
right? But
it's not a race movie, which is more of the sports genre, right?
Right. Whereas the first movie is definitely, even though it's Point Break, we discussed that in the previous podcast, it's a race movie, right? It's the whole premise of the movie is about not just having cool cars, but driving them fast and beating your opponents.
That quarter mile.
And then the climax is, of course, race wars. Spoilers. If you haven't seen Fast and the Furious, you're ridiculous. But I'll still throw the spoiler warning out there. Okay, so well, what are our...
should we? Because I think the ending of race movies, especially in that genre, is so important. We're going to spoil a lot of endings because I do think that is, especially for that race movie, similar to like a boxing movie,
right?
That the ending, that final climactic scene, that it is an important part and a very distinct part of that genre of film. So... Spoilers? Are we going to let
loose on
spoilers?
Spoiler alert. We may spoil some movies for you. None of these movies are within the last year, though. Not even the last
No.
year. I don't think there's been any really decent car movies or race movies released this year.
I mean, Baby Driver would be not this year, but within the past
5
3 years.
years, 3 to
Baby
5
Driver
years?
would probably be the most early one, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, Ford versus Ferrari came out in 2019.
Okay, so this Ford versus Ferrari as well, which is definitely a race movie. Oh, also,
But that also is a historical movie, and those events took place over 40 years ago.
right. So spoilers if you don't know your history. Ford versus Ferrari.
All right, so should we talk car movies?
We should talk race. Well, I want to get my little car. Well, not just okay. Let me back up a little bit. We'll do movies and TV shows because, there. I guess we don't really have any important race TV shows, do we?
Well, there is one, and it's a movie that I enjoy.
But
It
not a
races in the
like
title.
a movie and a
it's
TV
Speed
show?
Racer.
Oh, well, that's an anime. Okay. It counts. That's perhaps the most important race TV show.
Yeah, yes, and there's also Animatrix has a race with but it's sprinting.
Yeah,
don't know if that
I was
counts,
gonna say,
but that's not a TV show. That's kind of a short.
Yeah, and foot race movie. I mean, now we're getting into deep dive territory here, because swimming race movies, and do those count too? Like, are there movies about swimmers racing?
Yes.
Name one.
I don't know it, but I think it had.
Swim Fan, does that count? That kind of centers around high schooler and infatuation and all that stuff.
Okay.
No.
Okay, not just kidding.
There was this.
I was gonna say okay, but just kidding.
There's a Man on
movie.
Fire.
There's
What
a
was
movie
that, Armed
where
and
this,
Hilarious?
This black coach is trying to take a bunch of black teens who are in high school to their, they're trying to create a swim team, and of course, racism ensues.
Okay. Cool Runnings. Is that a race movie?
Heck yeah, it is.
You're racing the clock.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah.
that counts.
Well, that counts. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So every heist movie.
But not a race movie. I don't think that counts as a race movie.
Well,
Those
they're
are
racing
car
the clock.
movies.
Speed.
But you're not racing. No, a heist movie. You're not racing the clock. You're being chased. Those would be chase movies.
Okay, I
so
get you.
like Ronin is a chase movie. Baby Driver is a chase movie. Like, it's not a race movie. Like, there are cars. You're being chased. And same goes for
you're
like
battling the elements, not direct competition.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So there's a bunch of good ones like that. Gone in 60 Seconds, the original, and the 2001 isn't that bad. I mean, it's a little silly. Vanishing Point, Bullet are great kind of car chase movies.
Yeah, car movie. Yeah. Smokey and the Bandit.
Drive is a good one.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, that one. I always thought that was just the dumbest premise for a movie, but it's an enjoyable movie, right?
Yeah. Okay, so car movies and TV shows. Knight Rider. Does Back to the Future count as a car movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I mean, it's got the coolest car in sci-fi, but is it the coolest car in sci-fi?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're still talking about that movie.
Akira's
30.
motorcycle.
Yeah,
Might be better, but it's not a car.
Kaneda's bike, yeah. Wait a minute. I mean, we could talk about like the Michael Jackson long run Smooth Criminal video where he turns into a car.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't make that face.
So some other low-hanging fruit, I'll say The Italian Job is a great car movie. I think Blues Brothers counts as a great car movie as well.
So does the car, I mean, does it have to be about the car?
I think the car has to essentially be another character.
Okay, so like Men in Black?
I think... No, because they've got just one scene and it doesn't really center around the car. They have a cool car, but I don't think it would make it like a car movie.
Isn't the Bourne series just have one car chase?
No,
with the Mini Cooper?
Because the Bourne Supremacy has a car chase.
Right, but I mean, okay, so the Bourne Identity. But yeah, but there's one car chase per film. It's just one scene. See, slippery slopes.
Yeah, so you're not in there. Sorry, Matt Damon.
It's not like 007 where the car is an important part of the mythos too, right?
Well, technically, Matt Damon is in there because, again, he was in Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh.
So you found your way in. Congratulations, Matt Damon.
All right.
On the Ford versus Ferrari, should we segue into
race movies?
Into
okay.
race movies. What do you? So where do we, I mean? I've said one of the greatest documentaries of all time, and what I think is the greatest race movie of all time is Senna. And I don't know if have you guys seen Senna?
And I don't disagree. It's definitely the greatest race documentary of all time. I don't know if it's the greatest race movie of all time.
I think so. I mean, where I'm coming from, it does a great story, great lead character, a well-defined villain, great voiceover. It's the same. Yeah, but it's still, how many documentaries don't have a well-defined villain? Look at the best documentary winners for the past 20 years, and they all stink, and none of them have a well-defined villain. Like, that's what not the most important thing to be a good documentary, but I think it helps make a documentary great. Just like King of Kong, it's a movie about guys playing a stupid video game that's 60 years old, but it is very engaging because of Billy Mitchell and having a well-defined villain, and you've got a protagonist and an antagonist, and it drives the story forward. And Senna has a Shakespearean ending, and having a good ending is important
to a tragedy
for any movie,
like
to
spoiler,
me, and especially
losing.
Well, that doesn't make it a good documentary, but yes, it ultimately has a tragic ending, and I think it's a poetic ending too. Like, you can't. It would be hard to write that story.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. I really still think that. Well, now we're coming back to like not having a lot of great race movies in the genre. So does it win by default? Like, okay, so I know you love Speed Racer as a anime port race.
Well, and that's so that Speed Racer is a great case study in why there's not a lot of great race movies, is because they're expensive. They're hard to shoot. Shooting racing isn't very engaging, and it's hard to have those action sequences because there is that separation between the main character and the villain or whomever you want, because you are in a car. It's not a boxing movie where you're literally punching each other and you're face to face. And Speed Racer, first and foremost, is a masterclass in visual effects. It's true. A masterclass in editing. It's that's the Wachowski's wheelhouse,
right? Like just overloading you with visual stimuli in a beautiful and dramatic way.
Oh yeah, and fans of the anime, which I am, it was a perfect transition. Like, to make that anime into live action could not have been done better.
All the great sound effects.
Oh yeah, and if you can jump over that, if you can get over the fact that the cars, it's a race movie and they spin in the air, and when they crash, you jump into bubbles and all this stuff. If you can get over that, it's great. It even has where you've got the father kind of handing off to the son, and even similar to Whiplash, where I'm bringing you into this, but could literally be the death of you. It is going to rip your soul apart, but the satisfaction you can get from it, if you do stay the course and give your heart and soul into it, is something that, you could never fathom.
And you really think that this is better than like Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo?
That's a tough one. That's hard. I've had a lot of, even when we talked about this, there was a lot of sleepless nights. Even Little Rascals was one that was up there, that was kind of reaching up the totem pole. But ultimately, I think Speed Racer is the second best racing movie of all time.
Behind Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. No,
right behind though. It's like 2A and 2B, those two. Yeah,
there we go. But seriously though, I mean, a lot of people don't appreciate it as much as I do, but like Disney's Cars is a race movie disguised as
it's Doc Hollywood.
Or is it Doc Hollywood?
It's Doc Hollywood disguised as a racing movie.
Yeah. Gumball Rally.
Good. What was that?
Gumball Rally.
Gumball Rally's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's different. Talladega Nights, right?
Again, fun, hilarious. One of the best Will Ferrell movies.
Yeah. One of the better Will Ferrell movies. I'm not. I don't like Will Ferrell in general.
A little forgotten movie that came out in 2001, Driven, with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Jimmy Bly. I do like. Oh, we're getting the thumbs down from Rich Go on Driven.
I like that they tried to make an F1 movie.
What are you gonna do? Like, make a. I guess a Michael Schumacher documentary would be cool.
The scene where he's like driving around the racetrack and he's literally turning on a dime. Is just,
picking up the quarters. You mean? Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It is. It is cringeworthy. He's flipping the dimes out. Oh, cool! It has a great scene where he's chasing them down city streets.
Right when they drive through the mall.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's a cool scene. I mean. Still, driving through a mall was done best by Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi in Blues Brothers. Okay, but still a nice little tip of the cap. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go back to one of my favorite race movies, Days of Thunder. Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, pre-Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman.
Where it may not be, it's a great movie. It may not be the greatest racing movie, but Cole Trickle may have the greatest name in all of cinema.
Yeah,
just a great, perfect name for a racing, an old boy racing guy. Cole Trickle is a phenomenal name. So, and a real good movie, acted well, fun story. I like the chase with the Berettas. It's probably the best chase scene in the movie, and they're on the beach, kind of smashing them up, and it's a really fun movie. And is that Tom Cruise's only sports movie?
No,
I guess All the Right Moves. What?
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Okay.
We're forgetting a certain Hanna-Barbera show.
Wacky Races?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there a movie for Wacky? I mean, we did preface TV shows in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, little Dick Dastardly action.
Yeah. Those were fun. I loved watching.
Is it
those.
Mumbly or Muttley? Which one? Dick Dastardly has one and Snidely Whiplash has the other one.
I don't remember. Because is McGill a gorilla in that as well?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Yeah.
And Tom Slick. Tom Slick. Tom Slick. The Thunderbolt Grease Lightning might be the greatest name for a car.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dick Dastardly and being a spitting image of another racing movie, The Great Race.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great Race is good.
And along with that, Cannonball Run.
So Cannonball Run is one of my favorite race movies. Yeah. I mean, it's silly and ridiculous, and maybe I have like nostalgia bias for it. Was it Cannonball Run or Cannonball Run 2 where they changed the color of the car?
Oh, I don't remember. And then GTA decided to rip them off of that.
Yeah.
Well, Le Mans was great, and so was Grand Prix. Those are earlier ones, but those are really good. Le Mans has a great shot. I guess it's a little scene where you're kind of in the car, and was done really, really well.
So how come they can make a great Le Mans movie, a series of great Le Mans movies, and not have a great F1 movie?
I don't know.
I mean, Days of Thunder is a great NASCAR movie. Mm-hmm. Ford versus Ferrari is an amazing Le Mans movie.
Well, I guess that's where we get Rush.
Oh, I forgot about Rush.
Rush is pretty good.
Hemsworth,
Niki Lauda is a really interesting character.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I really, really, really enjoyed everything about that film. I mean, biopics can go either way, right? Like they're either really good or really garbage.
Mm-hmm. And is that Ron Howard?
Yeah, I think so. Well, that makes more sense there too, right? Like, but Rush was fantastic. I thought that it wasn't too over the top. I mean, they take a little bit of liberty with some of the racing, but I mean, when do they not?
But Hemsworth did a good job too. But the guy that was Niki Lauda was awesome. He did a really, really, because Niki Lauda is like the ultimate a-hole that you kind of
completely
end up
not likable
because he's a master.
Right, and what was that guy's name? Daniel Bruhl. He's Baron Zemo, right?
I don't know. I don't even know.
He was Baron Zemo in Avengers,
and he's also going to be Baron Zemo.
That's in
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Are they? Oh, wait.
Shameless plug.
Are we doing that again? Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oh, and you know how much we love Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
So yeah, Niki Lauda. Wait. Okay. So speaking of Rush, what about like Biker Boys? Huh?
No.
No.
It has racing, but it's not a race.
Well, if we're going there, I think. What is it? Seabiscuit is one of the best racing movies of all time.
Well, if you add Seabiscuit, do you also add Black Beauty?
Do they have? I don't even. I never saw Black Beauty. Sorry. I know
Travesty.
That's a Disney movie, right?
Yeah.
Was that a live action Disney? Yeah. I did not see Black Beauty, so I am.
They're
caught with my
remaking Black
pants
Beauty.
down.
Or they just
Of
remade
course
it.
they are. If
Right?
you told me they're remaking any movie, I would believe you. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, maybe they just. I remember there was chatter about them remaking Black Beauty, and I think they just did it again, like a live action remake of live action movie.
I feel like they just throw titles out, and if they get enough clicks, it's like, all right, let's greenlight it. Hey,
Yeah.
we're thinking about.
We're gonna remake Black Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And if it gets enough traffic, then that's when they put forth the financing for it.
yeah.
And they let fans kind of decide who the cast would be just
Yeah.
based on tweets and
Starring
everything.
Robert Downey Jr.
Maybe. What do you guys think?
and Chris Which Chris? Chris who? Hemsworth. Yeah. All right.
Yes, yeah.
Pratt. Him too. Yep. Sure. Pine.
No, I was just gonna say, my wheels are spinning to other race movies. I mean, Chariots of Fire is one that's a great movie, but I don't know. It doesn't really hold up to me. One that I really like, a bike racing movie, and there might be, but Breaking Away is one that I absolutely love. And what we talked about early in the podcast is you need that scene at the end, that final race, that final climactic scene. And Breaking Away has one of the better race scenes, and the way it ends and the track, they follow the racers around the track for the last like 2 or 3 laps, and it's done really, really, really
Speaking
well.
of chariots, you say, I was kind of holding this in my pocket, waiting for the ultimate time to reveal what is literally the best racing movie ever made twice. Ben-Hur.
Hey.
Actually, it's been made thrice.
Stop that.
Maybe the best racing scene.
Are you
Maybe.
talking? Okay.
Because I saw that. I was lucky enough to see it in the theater in whatever it is. It shone like super cinescope, whatever
Yeah.
it is, where it's super, super wide.
Yeah.
And it is gorgeous. It is edited very well, especially the way they cut on action for an older film. That may be the best racing scene of all time. As far as racing movies go, or movies period, lap 30 minutes out of that, you won't blink an eye. Like, it is just long and does not hold
Oh, come on.
as well as you think it does.
Most of the movie will have you going, my God.
Stop it. Stop that. I thought Jack Houston was amazing and Toby Kebbell also brilliant. And like you said, if it's the race movie, then the race is what makes it.
But it's just too long. I mean, even when the leprosy hits, like, you've still got like 40 minutes left in that film. Like, it's just long and drags out and is way, way, way too long. Way too long.
But it's amazing.
We need a Michael Bay cut.
Sorry.
Ben-Hur.
So it can make it longer?
No, more explosions.
Oh. Who directed Ben-Hur? I don't even know. Let me look it up.
I should
Timur
know that, but it's...
Bekmambetov. There's a T and a V. Bekmambetov.
I don't
okay.
know.
Yeah.
Bombaklatatov.
Stop that.
Oh, Michael Bay has a good little chase scene in The Rock with the Humvee.
Yep.
Around San
Car
Francisco?
Scene, not race scene.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, wait a minute.
yes,
but that makes GoldenEye a race movie.
When did they have the race?
It's James racing Xenia.
Oh, the Ferrari
the
and
Ferrari
Aston Martin?
Aston Martin race scene. It's a drag race.
Chase scene.
It's a race
Yeah.
scene. They're not. It's not like she's
Yes.
chasing each other. They're like, you're like most of cars. Yeah.
Iron Man 2 has a decent race scene.
Yes.
Yes. I get 007 if you get Iron Man. Oh, it was Cannonball
Fair
Run 2
enough.
where they changed the color of the Lamborghini, by the way.
All right,
I
fair
don't know,
enough.
but
Fair
there's
enough.
a white Lamborghini behind me. Yeah.
So what do you guys think the greatest race movie of all time? And how about greatest car movie? I don't think we made a delineation. I guess so you know my favorite race movie, and I'll just to give you guys a second to think. I think the greatest car movie of all time is it's Mad Max Fury Road is the greatest car movie.
I think Mad Max Fury Road is the best movie featuring cars. I don't know if it's the greatest.
But it's a car movie. I mean, you're in cars for 80% of the movie.
Yeah, but the cars aren't as interesting as they are.
Name one car in that movie.
Well, I was gonna say that like the cars are very interesting.
The war rig.
Ooh, that's a tank technically.
No, it's not a tank. It's a truck. It's whatever. It counts. It's an automobile.
Yeah. But,
all right, fine. Then Bullit. Okay, are you happy? I said it. Bullit is the greatest car movie of all time.
I might agree with you there. It's Knight Rider 2000. Nobody's impressed with my jokes today. I'm falling apart. Yeah, Bullit, Gone in 60 Seconds, is close.
You know what? Sorry, the movie just popped in my head. Used Cars is one of my favorite movies of all time. Have you guys seen that?
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I really like The Italian Job.
It's a heist movie with racing and a car climax.
Yes.
I think The Italian Job counts.
Yeah, I really like the old one. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No,
The
it
whole
just
movie centers around Dad's
That's
Ferrari.
a chase.
No, it just features a car. There's no chase in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. Well, it's a race between him and his sister to get to the house first.
Yeah, but that's not a race. Yeah, but that's not
It is.
that's
I mean,
not either a race movie or a car movie.
Okay. Well, we can all agree that the greatest car franchise is Fast and the Furious, right? Does that go without saying? Most successful then.
Yeah, I mean, I like the first one. I'm a Tokyo Drift apologist as well.
I like Tokyo Drift. I mean,
It has the most race of any of the Furious franchise movies.
it does, and also Bow Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Donkey Kong. Christine.
Christine's a good one. I like Christine. Good. Did De Palma direct that? Who directed Christine?
Was it De Palma? Yeah, Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking Stephen King. He did Carrie. Did Carrie, and then John Carpenter did
When
Christine.
ghosts possess things, it gets a little confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, then and all of this media, what is the greatest media car then? Pop culture media car.
I mean, you have to go DeLorean, right?
The Time Machine.
Is it the Time Machine, the DeLorean Time Machine? Now,
I think you have to.
Now that's the one
Steve,
that's most convenient to own.
I think that's. I mean, you could go Steve McQueen's Mustang.
I think Eleanor is a better
from
Mustang
Bullit.
than the Bullit Mustang.
No, you're wrong.
I'm
That's
not.
wrong. No, I'll
Absolutely not.
fight you on that. That's
Eleanor,
no way.
Like, definitely. Come on.
Yeah,
like,
no.
That
Steve
unicorn-
McQueen's Bullet.
No. Eleanor.
The cop car in blue.
No.
Go ahead.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. We're gonna,
Yeah, so the cop car in Blues Brothers is another iconic one.
Ferrari Testarossa.
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
Yeah.
But all this pales. The only one that I think, I mean, the DeLorean again is the most convenient one to own because having a time machine is very convenient. Now, are we talking about the Time Machine 2 that runs on garbage or the Time Machine 1 that runs on plutonium, which is functionally useless if you don't have plutonium?
Well,
You have to have the Mr. Fusion.
the Mr. Fusion one.
Okay, so the Mr. Fusion Time Machine. I think, again, that doesn't seem very convenient. But Kitt, original Kitt, Knight Rider, Trans Am, probably be it for me.
I'll tell you what. I would get so sick of that car talking back to me. I'd just be like, you know what?
It's Mr.
Shut up,
Feeney.
all right. I am going to jerk the wheel and careen right into oncoming traffic.
You can't. Well,
shut your mouth, Kitt.
Kitt is also safety, and Kitt can take control of the wheel from you. So,
Yeah, more reason why I hate that
protect
car.
you from yourself.
Listen, yeah, he's trying to bring us in this dystopian world where the cars.
It's
take over
basically
the world,
Apple Play before Apple Play.
Yeah. Yes.
What about the Wraith with Charlie Sheen?
I didn't see the Wraith. Enlighten me.
So Pontiac decided to build a supercar.
Is it a Trans Am?
No,
Boo.
but yeah, these like desert gangs end up killing Charlie's character, and he comes back with a future car, and he goes back to get revenge on the gang.
Isn't this perennially in what like the worst movie list? Because I think I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but I have heard of it. But then didn't he have a movie called like Chase where he was with the girl?
With him and Kristen Swanson.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good movie. I thought that was fun. But yeah. So wait. So what's the favorite? What's the favorite car of you guys? I mean, I'm putting the DeLorean.
I think I have to go with Kitt on this one. I mean, I'm a sucker for Trans Ams
Personal
anyway.
favorite, or are we talking about?
No, personal favorite.
favorite.
I would say personal favorite.
Well, for me, it's also a matter of functionality, right? Like having a flying DeLorean time machine is very cool until the FBI is knocking on your door and the CIA is blowing you up.
Or, I mean,
NSA.
you're setting the consequences kind of.
where you are.
I think it's fun until you. I think it's fun until you cause a rift in the time-space continuum and have reality collapse in on itself. I think that's probably when it stops being convenient.
Fair enough.
Then you end up in the back seat of a Cadillac making out with your own mom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say you end up in the backseat of a Cadillac having your mind wiped by Will Smith.
That was a Lincoln.
Okay, fair enough. Jerk. Well, as far as indestructible cars go, the General Lee is indestructible. Mm-hmm. I mean, those guys jumped that car like two sets of interesting cousins. They're always cousins. Where does that happen? Like Alabama?
They're
Where's
kissing
Hazard
cousins.
County?
Oh, we've got a good one from Reddit. Sorry, because we can double back the Ecto 1. How did we skip that one?
Ooh, because it's a hearse.
Yeah, but the Ecto 1 is rad as hell. And you got all that sweet ass Ghostbuster stuff in there.
Well, having the car doesn't mean you get the Ghostbuster stuff in the car. You think they just leave their proton
that would
packs
go
in
with
the
the
trunk?
DeLorean. It's still a time machine, right? That comes, it's all part of it, right?
Yeah, but what does the Ecto 1 as a vehicle have? Are you talking about like the one from the cartoon that has all kinds of extra stuff in it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, or the toy where it would like spin out and had like the gun that you could shoot.
Yeah. In that case, I'll take the Mach 5, thank you.
Okay. Done and done.
Unlimited oil slicks, unlimited razor things. It's also kind of I guess it did blow up once.
Yeah.
And I guess without having pops to work on it, the Mach 5 isn't as indestructible as it should be. I'm back to Kitt.
Christine is literally indestructible. They put that thing in the car compactor and then it pops back out.
Yeah, but I don't need a car that comes with a side of Ghost. Thanks. No thanks.
Okay. That's why you hate Ecto 1. You're getting too close to the ghosts.
Yeah. You know, no ghosts for me. What do you think, at Armed and Hilarious? Are you on Team DeLorean over here?
I'm trying to stretch my imagination. Barring the time machine, I would go with the Pontiac GTO from Triple X with the armament upgrades.
Well, if we're going Vin Diesel movies, I mean, they drop all kinds of cars out of planes in all those movies.
No, but this is the Triple X where he wants, I want all of that in here.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm limiting myself.
Yeah.
Barring the DeLorean or the Triple X, I would go with the Aston Martin from Die Another Day.
Oh, I was going to say the DB5 is probably my favorite of the Aston.
The Die Another Day Aston Martin. Is that the invisible car?
Yes.
I hate that movie.
That movie is such
I hate that movie so much. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, near, far, in a motor car, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Yeah.
That's chitty chitty bang bang. It's an awesome
Mary
one.
Poppins for cars, right?
Yes.
All right.
yeah.
Well,
Chitty chitty bang bang wins it.
Yeah.
Was that a comment? That wins. Whoever commented chitty chitty bang bang, you win. I
think
love
that,
chitty chitty.
did somebody
bang,
comment that? I think that was all me.
Was that you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is, I'll tell you what, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has one of my all-time favorite endings too, where it's just like, then I will have to marry you. And then they
Yeah.
just jump in the car and just fly off into the sky. So it's similar to Grease, right? Grease just ripped off that ending. You got Grease Lightning and they win,
Right.
and
It's just
yeah.
It's just chitty chitty bang bang again. All right. So what do you guys think? What are your favorite car movies? Leave us a comment, send us an email. Like, follow, subscribe, all of those things. Car movies, favorite cars, race movies. This topic got a little out of hand. Let's take a minute to give thanks to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Hello and welcome to Toilet Time, something to occupy yourself while you pop a squat. This is Jack.
And this is Nova, and we have our kitty Misty with us. Misty, say hi.
You can find us on any streaming service that you stream your podcasts.
And you can find us on Instagram at Toilet Times Podcast.
We upload every Sunday, and if we don't upload,
We're dead.
And we're done. All right, cool. What do we got for spam? Obviously, the Super Bowl was yesterday, but I don't think anybody really cares. Rex, what do you got for spam today?
Well, first off, I can talk about how much I hated Tony. Do you guys like Tony Romo?
No.
All I've heard is how great he was. Like, he's one of the best commentators. And I usually watch the games. I don't listen. I usually am playing an album, doing whatever. He was terrible.
That's why he
was
got into football, so that he could become a commentator.
Oh my gosh, he was so bad. Like, that was, I don't know, he was atrocious. The coverage wasn't that great.
Well, the Super Bowl wasn't that great. You can't get great coverage on a crappy Super Bowl.
But the commentary was bad, and whoever the guy that was doing it with him wasn't very good as well. I don't know. Halftime show was okay if you like The Weeknd. I thought the music was good. The production value wasn't that great. You could tell that they made it a point of people complaining about the halftime show screwing up the field, and so they had it primarily done in the stands, which worked out perfect because of the social distancing. And then when they were down, they're just, in their tennis shoes and all that stuff, so it didn't goof up. So it was, I get that their hands were kind of tied a little bit, and they put forth a good effort, but I don't know. It was what it was.
How many Super Bowls have gone down in the history of the Super Bowl where the losing team didn't score a touchdown?
Well, yeah, and
Falcons and Broncos.
That's not what that doesn't answer my question. I didn't ask you what other Super Bowl. I asked you how many.
Well, I will say that Pat Mahomes threw the greatest pass in Super Bowl history. It just wasn't caught.
Right? Yeah. There it is.
That will go, like, if you want to be kind of a know-it-all to your friends, you can say, greatest pass ever was Pat Mahomes, and it was a turnover on downs and hit the receiver in the face. But he was great. He played very well. It just stinks that the offensive line had an injury and everything. But on the Super Bowl, I've got a real issue with this. Is that why do we still have the Super Bowl on Sunday when it should be done on Saturday? Especially with a week off, you do 2 weeks. It's a national holiday. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? It's even if you don't enjoy football, you get together, you watch the commercials, you enjoy the halftime show, especially since the halftime show is usually a pop act of some sort.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's kind
series.
of getting everybody. So change to Saturday. Why? I get that football is usually played on Sunday, but take the day off.
Super Bowl's not always played on Sunday. It's not always played on Sunday. But Super Bowl Sunday is a thing, right?
Yes, the Super Bowl is always played on Sunday.
That's what I mean. But I mean, the idea of Super Bowl Sunday as a thing is a thing. That's why it's convenient and nostalgic.
Yeah, but switch it to Saturday, and also never let CBS have a Super Bowl again. I know these aren't big things to ask. Just get it done, Roger Goodell. You dumb.
So, once again, congrats to Tom Brady in an unremarkable Super Bowl victory. Rest in peace to Bill Belichick's pride, I guess. I don't know.
We'll see. I think the Patriots are. I don't care for Tom Brady. I don't dislike him, and I don't like the Patriots. But I think the Patriots are going to bounce back. It just they had to clear stuff out. But Is that enough about the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
because I could talk about it forever. But
Let's not forget about the passing of an acting legend, Christopher Plummer.
Oh, so we're moving on. All right, moving on. Rest in peace, Christopher Plummer. Yeah, that's the end of an era, right? Mm-hmm. From The Sound of Music to Knives Out, is that his run?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, and he was great in Knives Out. That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Well, more positive news. We have Christopher Plummer passing, but Miyazaki's coming back out of retirement to direct more films.
Oh, really?
So that's a little bit of positiveness. Yeah. So, I mean, do you think he was just sitting at home watching all these, mediocre Pixar films come out and was like, all right, kind of like Billy Madison coming out of recess and just telling everybody, now you're in big trouble.
So,
knocking it out of the park.
Does he have anything on his slate?
Not that I know of. I just think he told everybody that retirement is boring him and he's going to come back and direct films.
Interesting. Back to Studio Ghibli?
I believe so, yeah. Yep.
All right. I support that. Yeah, rock and roll. So all of my pop culture stuff and all of my music and art stuff happens to do with the Super Bowl. So I've got nothing relevant for Spam today. Sorry, guys, I let you down.
The last thing, I don't know if you guys played a ton of football video games back in the day. NCAA football's coming back.
Finally,
so
jeez.
I'm pumped about that.
Don't go anywhere. Same bat time, same bat channel. I got something for you.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about it. I probably logged over 100 hours in those NCAA football video games, especially that NCAA 06. Did you play those, Armed and Hilarious?
I was never really into, sports video games. If I wanted to play a sport, I'd go outside and play. But
you enjoyed your sports the old-fashioned way?
Yeah. Very analog, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a whole hubbub back in like the early or mid 2000s where they just stopped making college level sports games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a long time. Well, because I think the players are going to be able to get paid a little bit, whatever it is for them. Nice.
You see the date on that? Is my camera inverted?
No, you're good.
You got
good. For you kids out there, do you know what this is? This is a Sega Genesis cartridge. All right, this is the first college football game I ever bought. Not the first football game I ever bought because I had Tecmo Super Bowl, but first college football game I ever got, and I'm a hoarder, so I don't throw anything away.
And the football games were better on Sega than they were on Super Nintendo.
Oh, with the exception of Tecmo Super Bowl.
Yes, yeah. But overall, they had the Joe Namath football and all those other games, and they were all better on Sega.
Yeah, for sure. So I was going somewhere with that. Oh, pop culture. Watch WandaVision. Go out there, watch it. Drops on Fridays, every Friday. We're 5 episodes in now. Mm-hmm. Go watch WandaVision. Initial D sucked. Sorry. The game was great. The movie sucked. Don't downvote me.
I actually played the Initial D video game at
Sorry, I was responding to somebody on Reddit.
Yes. At a nearby... What's this thing?
GameStop.
No. It was a...
Toys R Us.
KB Toys.
A barcade.
Oh, here?
Yes.
Oh, don't come stalking us, but it's Player One.
Negative. It's
Not
another
Player
one.
Downtown?
Man.
The one downtown?
Nope. It's out there in like Bithlow or something.
I don't go there.
Well, yeah.
But yeah,
Joysticks?
joysticks.
Yeah, joysticks. I still don't go there.
But it was fun, and it felt real.
The game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I do love Initial D. The game. For me, the movie didn't do what I wanted it to do as far as the game went. I mean, it's a Hong Kong action film, so it had kind of like Hop Chop Suey, but for cars going on. I didn't like it for the same reasons I didn't like the Need for Speed movie. But we're off that. Okay, pop culture. Go watch WandaVision. John Bernthal back in the MCU. Deadpool not getting a reboot. WandaVision. Rex, go watch WandaVision. Or are you caught up?
I'm all caught up.
Okay.
I love that show.
Season 5.
Yeah, I'm all
episode
over
5. Episode 5 closing scene blows your mind. My mind. Possible multiverse situation. We're not going to spoil that because it's too new. But go watch WandaVision. If you're a fan of comic book movies, if you're a fan of comic franchises, go watch WandaVision.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pop culture news. Oh, did you hear that they're trying to tap Emily Blunt for a Marvel film, and like a lot of people's monies are on Sue Storm?
Yeah, I don't know. It would make sense, but I'm not going to pay attention to anything that Fantastic Four movie until it's in theaters because I
Do you
just
think Fantastic Four is cursed as a franchise?
You've broken my heart too. Well, I've told it's a TV show. It needs to be an episodic TV show, a la Star Trek and
well, it'd be more like Lost
into
in Space, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the way you need to do Fantastic Four, at least to do it justly. So that's why it's cursed. It's just let Jonathan Hickman write you 8 episodes and throw a bunch of money at it.
Well, let Jeff Loeb write the first 3.
I know he's doing well with is he in WandaVision?
Parts of it, yeah.
But how much crap has he had?
Right, but that's what I mean. He's really great at starting a series.
You get 3.
He just can't end this. Remember the first season
We'll do
of
a
Heroes?
pilot plus 1. How about that? I'll give you a pilot plus 1, and then
remember the first season of Heroes?
Yeah.
Let's reach back into the 2006s.
Yeah.
How much garbage has he come out with between now and Heroes?
Yeah, but it's always because it ends poorly.
That's what I'm saying.
Whether it's comic books or television, he just has no closer. But let him open it.
Pilot plus 1. Whether
these
it's
are like
episode
long,
2 or episode 3.
Okay, if you're doing 10 episode miniseries like they do, then give him 2. But if he's doing like a maxi series or like 15 to 20 episode runs, then give him the first arc, which is 6 episodes.
Listen, as long as you're given Hickman, executive producer, I trust him because he killed it on those comic books.
Okay, I give you that. I don't know where we are. Movies and media, music. Super Bowl halftime show. The weekend was okay. I got nothing else. I just listened to Eminem's "Music to Be Murdered By." Hitchcock reference. That album's dope. So if you're into hip hop, check out Eminem's album. I know it's not super new anymore, but it's good. Movies and television. What else we got for movies? I thought there was one more.
JLA announced that it's going to be rated R.
Oh,
I guess that's kind
right.
of. And they said the Joker's going to be in it.
It's not going to be. It's not going to have a theatrical release.
Yeah, but they'll need the rating for home release stuff too.
No. Well, it'd be TVMA.
No, but it's not a television movie. It's a. All right, fine.
You still get rated.
Man, it's tear into Jason Bear today. I can't get a leg up at all.
You still have to go through the MPAA. Yeah, it's still getting the rated R because it's bigger news because the original one was PG-13, and so I think it changes it and kind of says, we're gonna take the gloves off and get bloody and tell the story that we wanted to, especially since the Joker is going to be in it and it's going to be the Jared Leto Joker, so it's going to be a little bit darker and yeah.
Yeah. All right. Daredevil. Charlie Cox is still mostly rumored to be coming back to the MCU. Mm-hmm. We haven't gotten any confirmation on that. We do have the John Bernthal confirmation. We talked about that last time. So if they're bringing back Bernthal, they might as well bring them all back. Or maybe not Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Okay, fine. Luke Cage.
No, not Iron Fist.
Oh, yeah. No, they can leave Iron Fist.
Yeah, Luke Cage was good. Iron Fist, we'll pretend like that never happened.
We can leave Danny Rand on the cutting room floor or recast him as whatever we want. But yeah, so that's all we got for DTP today. What do you guys want to talk about next week?
Let's do a deep dive into Tenet.
All right, Rex, you got to get caught up. Deep dive into Tenet. Yeah. So join us next week, Monday evening, 5:30-ish. Usually we're mostly sometimes on time. Where we're going to do a deep dive into the Christopher Nolan Warner Brothers film Tenet. If you haven't seen it, it's an amazing sci-fi film that's kind of sort of about time travel, but not really. Starring Denzel Washington's son, Isaiah Washington, and Robert Pattinson. He doesn't sparkle not once in this movie. Ooh. Yeah.
Only the champagne.
Only the champagne. But yeah, we'll do a deep dive on Tenet and try to figure out the plot. We love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in on both Facebook Live and Reddit. If you liked our show, upvote us, like, follow, subscribe. If you didn't like our show, upvote us anyway, like, follow, subscribe. Tell your friends to watch as well. For Digital Toilet Paper, my name's Jason Bear.
I'm Rex Rebo.
At Armed and Hilarious.
And we will see you guys next week. Adios.